Good morning, everybody. Today is November 5th, and today's topic is on Louisiana devastated by the climate change. Let's dive right on in. As a lifelong resident of Isle-de-Jean-Charles, Brunet, 54, is considered to be among America's first climate refugees. He contemplated whether to stay on the sinking island located on the coast of Louisiana or relocate, leaving the only place he's ever called home. This is real life, real news, real voices. Fact checked us. As a result of rising sea levels, coastal erosion, and hurricanes, Isle-de-Jean-Charles is starting to disappear. Since 1955, the 22,000-acre island has lost roughly 98% of its land, and the future looks bleak. Some estimates predict it will be fully submerged underwater in 5 to 25 years, somewhere in there. It's why the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development has approved a $48 million federal grant, the first of its kind, to relocate the community, primarily Native Americans, to higher ground by 2024. As part of the voluntary resettlement project, Louisiana is developing a new area about 40 miles northwest of the island on some 515 acres of land. Connected to the mainland by a two-lane road that regularly floods, Isle-de-Jean-Charles has gradually seen residents move away, shrinking its population to just a few dozen people to today. Some were displaced after Hurricane Isaac hit in 2012. Others have since decided to relocate. Now, there are just about 15 houses left on the island. Brunet says that they're just departing. They don't want to stay anymore. So, to conclude, for me, it's the only place I've ever lived, he told us. And that goes back to grandparents, parents, great-grandparents, the whole way. Brunet also has family to consider. He's raising his niece, Juliet, and nephew, Howard. These, the siblings who lost their parents at a young age, and they're the last teenagers living on the island. Howard and Juliet's personal stories, particularly their stories tied to the island, come to life in the new RYOT films. They're short documentaries called Lowland Kids. It's the cases where many of these people who were affected, the families, the resources, the community, the buildings, the businesses, the whole shebang, were affected, and they're continuously trying to rebuild. At 16 years old, Juliet has already witnessed the creeping demise of the only home she's ever known. Where I live, you can go fishing in your backyard, she said. But now the fish aren't as plentiful as they once were, and the land is changing. You can just tell by looking at it. If the land would have been here 60 years ago, some of it would probably still be there today. She wouldn't be talking to you about it. But there's something bad that has happened. She believes it's erosion. The greatest change of her landscape where she came from is mostly due to climate change. People are continuously reporting and saying that they don't understand what the climate change is for or anything of that nature, but these people have witnessed it firsthand. They've seen the devastation of it, they understand what's fighting it, how to combat it, and how to stop it. But people nowadays are not wanting to do so. As Brunet has been quoted saying, I have to see if I want that as my future, and they have always known their environment. They're going to continuously fight. They're going to continuously try to stop anything and everything that prevents their island from staying. But as of right now, they don't have a continuous way to stay. That's it for us here today, guys. Remember to check us out on BuzzFeed, Anchor, Instagram, Twitter, here on YouTube, LinkedIn, Reddit. Don't forget, we also have a Facebook page, a TikTok, and a Snapchat, so continue to always watch us, and remember, we are here.